Excellent. And I think it was divided into some 4 sections and all that, A, B, C,
Yes,
D and
sir.
all. And how
Yes, sir.
long did you take for answering all the questions?
Sir, about 30 minutes.
About 30 minutes only.
Yes, sir.
So less a time. Why? You could have enjoyed by answering slowly, na? But of course, too much thinking will make us confused also.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes.
In
But
first go, what I feel like, I take that option only.
that's right. Can you recollect some of the questions that you had yesterday? Of course, our candidates have given a lot of questions, and I have also collected them. Rajan has given, and many others have. Other candidates have also sent me, but nobody has been able to give me a, say, 30, 40, 50 questions. याद रख के,
Sir, actually,
क्या.
in one section, questions are similar, like just words are changed and like same similar questions, like one sir, like you believe in luck or not, like this type of questions are more than 10 questions, like in which you have to choose, like you believe in luck or hard work.
Hmm. So
Yes,
you,
sir.
what did you mark? What did you mark?
Sir, hard work.
But really, luck only plays.
Sir, but more or
Uh,
less
no, no. But you have
hard
to
work is
mark. You
important.
have to mark hard work only.
Yes,
But
sir.
दुनिया में बहुत कुछ हो रहा है based on luck also.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but of course, the percentage may be very less.
Yes,
Percentage
sir.
of people who are benefited by luck may be less, but hota hai. There is only one Napoleon could come to that level. One Alexander could only come up to that fame. ऐसा भी तो चलता है. Good, very good. So we will start the day with what is it I asked wanted you to study, Rajan? Which book are we going to read? Is it Hollywood Economic, this book or another book? You just tell me whether it is this book or some other book.
Yes, sir, that is economic book, but I am searching for it.
Economic Reforms in India. This one
Yes, sir, that one, sir.
about economic reforms in India, uh, liberalization, privatization, or have we already studied this? Anybody is there who feels that we have studied this earlier? Anybody feels? Otherwise, we can start reading this straight away. Let us not waste time. Fatafat, fatafat. But all this is very much theoretical and knowledge only to be used by you in questions whenever they ask you. But of course, nowadays in the interviews, they are asking questions, you know how, based on what is happening yesterday or today morning, they are asking in the interviews. So that is why you must, candidates, go through newspaper thoroughly. Did you read newspaper, Rajan? Sir, every time you are asking me only. Why?
No, sir, I'm doing it daily, sir.
You are reading newspaper?
Yes, sir, daily I'm reading, sir.
Which newspaper are you reading?
The Hindu, sir. Chennai edition.
Chennai edition of the Hindu. Good.
Yes.
Can you tell me, Rajan, some every day before coming, you come ready with some answer, some
Okay,
3
sir.
or 4 answers. Now today, tell me without preparation also.
Okay, sir.
What are the news items you have read in today's paper?
I'm recollecting. 1 second, sir.
Hmm. क्या हुआ?
It was today's budget about Tamil Nadu was there, sir. And yesterday's match response about India Australia, where India got defeated so badly. I go in the reverse order from sports, technology,
Mhm,
editorial, then come to the first paper, sir.
mhm. Now, can you tell me,
Yes, sir.
anybody, can anybody please answer me? Tony Abbott, Tony Abbott, who is he? Tony Abbott,
So he is a brand
Good.
ambassador of USA to India.
ambassador of USA to
India.
USA ambassador to India. No, wrong.
Good evening, sir. He is
Good evening.
ex Prime Minister of Australia.
Correct. He is the ex-Prime Minister of Australia. Today I am asking him because some message of his has come in one of the newspapers. I would very much like to see the 21st century as an Indian century. It is better than being a Chinese century. That's what, I mean, he has supported us. Okay, good. So who is the president of Brazil? Who is the president of Brazil? Hello. Pardon?
No, sir, I don't remember Brazil president.
Luis Inácio Lula da Silva.
Yes, sir. He recently became president of Brazil.
Please note it. Please note it. Luis,
Yes, sir.
L-U. All of you have your notebook with you, pen and pencil with you to write down. Luis Inácio Lula da Silva. Luis Inácio Lula da Silva, who is the president of Russia, very famous.
Vladimir Putin.
Correct. Vladimir Putin. Good. Who is the president of China?
Jinping, sir. Xi Jinping.
Good. Prime Minister of India.
Narendra Modi.
Then which other country should I ask now? Having asked Brazil, Russia, India, China.
South Africa. BRICS. In the order of BRICS.
Correct. Who is the president of South Africa?
South Africa.
Cyril Ramaphosa.
No.
Cyril. Rajan, note down. Rajan.
Yes, sir. I'm noting it. I'm noting it.
Note. Cyril Ramaphosa. Ramaphosa. In any interview in the next few days, I think somebody messaged me that the interview may be from April 3rd. Any other message anybody got you regarding SBI interview? From April 3rd to somewhere around
The 7th.
April 3rd to 7, only 4 days. फटाफट हो जाएगा. So now, we have to know about any interview in this time. There will be some question on G20. There will be some question on BRICS. There will be some question on NABFID. I am sorry, I am not familiar. I mean, I am not having ready-made data for all this. But I want all of you to prepare at least half a page material on all these topics. And more especially from the angle of economics and and also commerce. Please ready with that. That will be good. Are you ready? Yeah. So now let me not go into news. If I get into news, I will not come out of that. So now we will go to this economic reforms. Now, who would like to volunteer to read? Please raise your hand. The reason why I am asking you people to read is that number one, to get familiarized with using difficult words and speak in public and practice talking in English. That is the only reason why I'm asking you. Otherwise, I can read it myself and go ahead. But I want you people to have experience in reading in English. And suppose even if you are going to choose Hindi medium for interview, if you read the contents, it will stay in your mind to some extent. So please raise your hand. We will start with the वैष्णवी सिंह। वैष्णवी सिंह जी, आप आइए, शुरू कीजिए।
Yes, sir.
Is it there on the screen now? Is it available? No, it's
No,
not
sir.
appearing. No, sorry, mistake. It is my mistake. Yeah, now please read.
Yes, sir. About economic reforms in India. Economic reforms in India refer to the non-liberal, neoliberal policies introduced by the Narasimha Rao government in 1991 when India faced a severe economic crisis due to external debt. This crisis happened largely due to inefficiency in economic management in the 1980s. The revenue that the government was generating were not enough to meet the expenses. Hence, it had to be make hefty borrowings from foreign banks to pay the debt. Hence, they
Very,
were caught up
wait,
in the
wait,
debt
very,
trap.
wait. At this stage, one famous question, interview questions will be, what is financial deficit? Deficit financing or financial deficit? Then similarly, what is balance of payments? What is balance of trade? This type of questions can be asked in interviews. So please note down and prepare for answers separately. Continue. Yeah, please read. To curb this crisis.
To curb this crisis, India approached the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund (IMF) for the loan and received $7 billion to manage this crisis. As a result of which, these international organizations expected India to open its door to trade with other countries by removing the strict restrictions hitherto present. Hence, India adopted the LPG liberalization, privatization, and globalization reforms under the economic reforms.
Hmm.
Liberalization. Liberalization was brought about with an idea that any regulation or restriction that were imposed on the free trade must loosen up its grip to allow trade. It allowed opening up the economic borders for foreign investment and MNCs. Several economic reforms that were imposed under liberalization include expansion of production capacity, deserving production areas, abolishing
Hello,
de-
servicing.
deservicing, yes, sir.
Hmm.
Production areas, abolishing industry,
Hello.
producing
These,
areas.
see,
Yes,
only
sir.
three words, two mistakes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Uh,
Abolishing industrial licensing by the government and freedom to import goods. Economic liberalization in India refers to the economic liberalization of the country's economic policies with the goal of making the economy more market and service oriented and expanding the role of private and foreign investment. India economic liberalization was part of a general pattern of economic liberalization and modernization occurring across the world in the late 20th century.
Very good. Thank you. Thanks for your reading it. Now,
Thank
next, who would like to read next? After, come on, Vaishnavi was there. She was reading it. Vaishnavi, you are from which state?
you, Madhya Pradesh.
Madhya Pradesh. Good. No problem. You are reading well. थोड़ा और भी प्रैक्टिस कर लीजिए घर में जब खाली बैठा है तब जो कुछ आप पढ़ रहे हैं उसको loudly पढ़ ली please read loudly, understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I will do.
Because the tongue should practice to speak different words. Yeah, we will
Yes,
go
sir.
to Mr. Pranay. Mr. Pranay, start.
Yes, sir. Although unsuccessful attempts at liberalization were made in 1966 and the early 1980s, a more thorough liberalization was initiated in 1991. The reform was prompted by a balance of payments crisis that had led to a severe recession.
Continue.
Sir, yes. Brief about liberalization of 1991. The collapse of the Chandrasekhar government in the midst of the crisis and the assassination of Rajiv Gandhi led to the election of a new Congress government led by P.V. Narasimha Rao. He selected Amarnath Verma to be his principal secretary and Manmohan Singh to be finance minister and gave them complete support in doing whatever they thought was necessary to solve the crisis. Verma helped draft the new industrial policy alongside Chief Economic Advisor Rakesh Mohan, and it laid out a plan to foster Indian industry in 5 points. Firstly, it abolished the license raj by removing licensing restrictions for all industries except for 18 that related to security and strategic concerns, social reasons, problems related to safety, and overriding environmental issues. To incentivize foreign investment, it laid out a plan to pre-approve all investment up to 51% foreign equity participation, allowing foreign companies to bring modern technology and industrial development. To further incentivize technological advancement, the old policy of government approval for foreign technology agreements was scrapped. The fourth point proposed to dismantle public monopolies by floating shares of public sector companies and limiting public sector growth to essential infrastructure, goods and services, mineral exploration, and defense manufacturing. Finally, the concept of an MRTP company, where companies whose assets surpassed a certain value were placed under government supervision, was scrapped. Privatization. Privatization refers to giving more opportunities to the private sector in regulating different services and reducing the role of the public sector, government-owned enterprises in them. With privatization, FDI, foreign direct investment, was introduced in India, giving healthy competition to the Indian goods and services.
Very good. Thank you. Now, next, who would
Thank
like
you,
to
sir.
read next? Thank you. I think we have already done this page once or twice. We studied, it doesn't matter, it's worth repeating it. Now, anybody else would like to read after Vaishnavi, after Pranay? Then I will ask Anurag. Anurag, come. Anurag ji, Ajay,
Yes, yes, sir.
please read.
Okay, sir.
Private.
Privatization in India. In 1991, India made some major policy changes in their economic ideologies. There was stagnation and slow growth in the economy. To tackle these problems, then Finance Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh introduced some major economic reforms. Now we call it the liberalization of Indian economy and the LPG reforms. Privatization has a very broad meaning in economics. Everything ranges from the introduction of private capital to selling government owned assets to transitioning to a private economy. As the definition of privatization is so very diverse, let us take a look at the three main features of privatization. First,
Good.
ownership measures. The ownership of all public enterprises ultimately shifts to private owners. The denationalization can be complete or partial. Second is organizational measures. This is where we limit the control of the state in public companies. Some methods include holding company structuring, leasing, restructuring of the enterprises, etc. Third is operational measures. Public organizations and companies were running into huge losses, so the efficiency of these companies was to be increased. Conceptualization of privatization in India. First is delegation. Here, via a contract of franchise or lease or grant, etc., the government keeps the ownership and the responsibility of an enterprise, but the private company will handle the daily activities and deliver the product or service. The state will remain an active participant in this process. Second is divestment. The government will sell a majority stake of the enterprise to one or more private companies. It may keep some ownership but will be a minority stakeholder in the enterprise. Third is displacement. The first step here will be deregulation. This will allow private players to enter the market, and slowly and gradually, the private company will displace the public enterprise. Here, the private sector will compete with public companies and ultimately outperform them, causing the public enterprise to be displaced.
That
Fourth
is
is
what happened. Listen. This is what has happened. Can you tell me in which area of life this thing happened? That is on disinvestment being made, the
sir
private
in
sector. Yeah, tell me.
s- sir in the telecom industry of BSNL.
Exactly. BSNL has been put down. No licenses were given for 4G to them for a long time, and not much of investment was made. The industry was made to die slowly. This is all political. This is 100% due to political reasons, which we cannot talk openly. But of course, in the initial stages, when BSNL was the only people in giving telephone, they used to give a very poor service. If you make a complaint today, people will come after 1 week. From that stage, what happened at that time, Airtel came into, and Airtel, if you make a complaint in the morning, by afternoon, he will solve the issue. Even now, it is happening in Chennai. I was there in 21, where they used to attend the problems immediately. But even there in India, there are some pocket areas where even Airtel is not able to give good service. However, this is how they replaced public sector by private sector, and especially after Geo coming. Geo, that fellow is very clever. First, he gave free, then first for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, 1 year. Then everybody fell on into his hands. So that is what is happening. And now it is more of monopoly actually, of two people only. That is Airtel and our Geo are the only two major players. And Idea or Vodafone, the situation is precarious. Now the government is not able to allow that company to be closed, because if they close that company, I don't know how many members are there. All of them will have to come to these two companies only. And it is not impossible, it can be done. Similar to what happened in Silicon Valley Bank in America, where the bank has been liquidated, but still the government was not allowing that to be spreading through. So that is why they have allowed people to withdraw money. I don't know from where they brought the money and all that. So same way what happened in the case of Vodafone, what did the government do? Please tell me. What did the government do in the case of Vodafone to come out of the crisis or to stay in the crisis? Come on, commerce people, finance people, please tell me. What, Rajan?
The
You
merger
can't,
with Vodafone, any idea?
you don't have any idea. Cha, cha, cha.
I think,
Paanch
sir,
के बाद
the loan they have given to the Vodafone and the Idea company, they converted that into the stakes. Like the securitization, they converted into the stocks and own it. It's kind
5
of like
मिनट
they
बाद
Yeah,
own that by.
actually, what happened, our Vodafone owed more than 35 crores. I'm not sure about the amount. So that amount, they said, government said, okay, you need not pay. You allot those shares to me. What is this? Huh? What is this? Why
So
they
the
did it?
bonds have been converted into equity.
Yeah.
That's
Now, initially they were given as bonds. Now it is converted to equity. Initially they said, let us take it as a bond. Now, then they made it as a equity in order to save the company. Otherwise, the next stage is that company has to be closed. And like what happened in the case of Aircel, all of us know one fine day morning Aircel closed. Correct? Some of you may not know because you might have been a small boy or girl. So you may not remember. It happened about 5, 6, 7 years ago. Suddenly one day Aircel closed, or before that they announced we are going to close. So I had one Aircel. I got it transferred to Airtel. Like that it happened. Anyhow, doesn't matter. So where are we? We were in disinvestment. Now continue, Anurag.
Yes,
Disinvestment.
sir. Yes, sir. Disinvestment, directly selling a portion or whole of a public enterprise to private parties. Globalization. In the context of economic reforms, globalization means the integration of the Indian economy with the world economy.
Okay, very good. We will ask somebody else to read. Mr. Rajan, can you read from here? It means.
Yes, sir, I'll do so.
Mm,
It means that the economy of India will now also depend on the world economy and vice versa. It encourages foreign direct investment and foreign trade with other countries. Effects of globalization in India. India is one of the countries that succeeded significantly after the initiation and implementation of globalization. The growth of foreign investment in the field of corporate, retail, and scientific sector is enormous in the country. It has also had a tremendous impact on social, monetary, cultural, and political areas. In recent years, globalization has increased due to improvements in transportation and information technology. With the improved global synergies comes the growth of global trade, doctrines, and culture. Globalization in Indian economy. Indian society is challenging drastically after urbanization and
Hello. Read properly.
Indian society is changing drastically after urbanization and globalization. The economic policies have had a direct influence in forming the basic framework of the economy. Economic policies established and administered by the government have also performed an essential role in planning of savings, employment, income, and investments in society. Cross-country culture is one of the critical impacts of globalization on Indian society. It has significantly changed several aspects of the country, including cultural, social, political, and economic. However, economic unification is the main factor that contributes maximum to a country's economy into an international economy. Advantages of globalization in India. Increase in employment. With the opportunity of special economic zones, there is an increase in the new number of number of new jobs available, including the export processing zones. Center in India is very useful in employing thousands of people. Another additional factor in India is cheap labor. The feature motivates the big companies in the West to outsource employees from other regions and cause more employment. Increase
Rajan,
in yes, sir.
Rajan, you did 4 mistakes in this one small paragraph reading. See, you are not going to read in interview. You are
Yes,
going
sir.
to talk only. So now if we experience problem in reading itself, then what amount of problems will be there in speaking? Why don't you read this again? Increase
Okay,
in.
sir. With the opportunity of special economic zones, there is an increase in the number of new jobs available, including the export processing zones. Centers in India is very useful in employing thousands of people. Another additional factor in India is cheap labor. This feature motivates the big companies in the West to outsource employees from other regions and cause more employment.
Good. This time you
Yes, sir.
did without any mistakes. Good.
Yes, sir.
Continue.
Increase in compensation. After globalization, the level of compensation has increased as compared to domestic companies due to skill and knowledge a foreign company offers. This opportunity has also emerged as an alteration of the management structure.
Continue.
Yes, sir. High
Highest.
standard, high standard of living. With the outbreak of globalization, the Indian economy and the standard of living of an individual has increased. This change is notified with the purchasing behavior of a person especially with those who are associated with foreign companies, since many cities are undergoing a better standard of living along with the business development.
Yeah, continue.
Yes, sir. Why are why were economic reforms introduced in India? Economic reforms were introduced in India because of the following reasons. Number one, poor performance of the public sector. The public sector was given an important role in development policies during 1951 to 1990. However, the performance of the majority of the public enterprises was disappointing. They were incurring huge losses because of inefficient management. Adverse BOP or imports exceeded exports.
What is
Balance of
BOP?
payments.
Yeah, you continue.
Imports grew at a very high rate without matching the growth of exports. The government could not resist imports even after imposing heavy tariffs and fixing quotas. On the other hand, exports were very less due to the low quality and high prices of our goods as compared to that of the foreign goods.
Very good. 1 minute. Here, basic problem in my view during this 50 to 90, 51 to 90, because I joined the bank in 69, immediately after nationalization. The unionism was at its topmost level. The managers had no control at all over the employees. So even if somebody really wanted to work after 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, the union will not allow them to sit. But I was not of that type. When I joined the bank, I joined and I was working up to 6:30 every day night. But suddenly something prompted me, so I thought, sir, I will go and join a shorthand class. So joined a shorthand class, and that I made that as a excuse for me to leave at 6 o'clock every day. So likewise, I was doing it, whereas management was forcing people to work beyond working hours also without making payment of overtime and all that. But unionism was at its high level. With the result, they affected even normal working also. So this was in banking. In the case of manufacturing concerns, it affected a lot. That is why companies like Vijay, what is that company? Vijay Scooter or Lambretta, those companies had to be closed down because of very poor performance. Very good. Now, next, who would like to read next? Shoham Nag. Shoham Nag?
Yes,
Or
sir.
is
Sir, this is my first time over here. Can you hear me?
where? Yeah. Shoham Nag, I am able to hear you. You are from which
Okay.
state?
Sir, I am from West Bengal.
Acha, what is the degree you have studied?
Sorry, sir.
What is the degree you have studied?
Sir, I had
Qualification.
honors in English literature, BA honors.
Oh, good. We have an excellent man here who can help us. Oh, great. Good. Are you going to choose English as the medium of interview or Hindi as medium of interview?
No, sir, English would be fine.
Very good. What is your father?
So my father's name is Swapan Nag. He is a retired person right now.
But this is not a correct answer. You could have, I never wanted your father's name, but you
Okay.
must have told me he is retired as so and so. What was he?
Sir, he used to work as a manager at a tea warehouse.
Very good. What is a warehouse?
Sir, a warehouse is a place where goods are usually stored.
Why warehouses are kept?
Sir, they are easy to store, I guess.
No. Can anyone answer me why warehouses are there? What is the reason for having warehouses?
Sir, it is easy to manage and supply the goods when they are ordered.
Okay. Can you further improvise that answer?
Sir, in
Sir,
warehouses,
Yeah.
sir,
Yeah,
in
try.
warehouse,
Try. First, Vaishnavi, try.
yes, sir. Sir, in warehouses, goods are kept in a orders. Some goods will be kept in the order of stay, and some were kept in the order of uh, like um, companies. so that it is easy to, when the order placement is done, then it is easy to find the good, and it makes the management easy.
Next, anybody else?
Sir,
Sir,
it is used for the storage of the
Ah,
products and
exactly. The point is we have quantity being available in more. We are not going to use it today only. So it has to be stored. Vaishnavi,
sir,
the basic idea
hello.
behind warehouse is to store them without being deteriorated. I mean, their condition should not be affected. See, suppose in the case of paddy and all, what happens? Many times it remains outside and rain comes and that spoils the um, paddy. So, in the case of tea, it has to be kept in a proper form, say inside a warehouse, and the stock of it will be used in the days to come. If you are going to release everything in the market immediately, the price will go down so low, and you have to store it for a few months and then release it. That is why there is need for warehouses, then storage, I mean, some refrigerator godowns and all that are required. Somebody wanted to tell something more, please tell.
Yes, sir.
Anything?
Hello.
Yeah.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. Good evening, sir. Sir, I wanted to add something. Why we are storing something, because there is a certain cropping season, and because of that, all the in our domestic cropping season, there is a something called season for a crop, a certain crop, that we should store something in a particular warehouse, and after that, when market suitability comes, then we can release it. As you said, that according to marketing conditions, this might be the reason.
Exactly, you are right. That is, the one point you are trying to tell is due to seasonal products. Seasonal, in this season, it is
Yes,
grown and it is kept under storage or warehouse so that it can be
and
used
then it's
throughout the balance of the year. That is
yes, sir.
also
Yes,
one very. I just wanted to ask these questions to Soham Naik because he is an English graduate. Otherwise, I would not have. This is not a very important question, but still, in order to make him talk in English, I was asking this question. Soham Naik.
Yes.
Yeah, please read. Soham Naik, please read now.
So from fall in foreign exchange reserves.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Fall in foreign exchange reserves. Foreign exchange or foreign currencies reserves, which the government generally maintains to import petrol and other important items, dropped to levels that were not sufficient for even a fortnight. The government was not able to repay its borrowings from abroad. Huge debt on government expenditure on various developmental works was more than its revenue from taxation. As a result, the government borrowed money from the banks, public and international financial institutions like the IMF, etc. Number 3, inflationary pressure. There was a consistent rise in the general price level of essential goods in the economy. To control inflation, a new set of policies were required.
That's all. I think this much only is there in this. Very good. Thank you. Now we will go into some other thing. I will stop this. So now this portion has been covered. This will tell you about the liberalization 1991 and also the process of privatization, disinvestment, and all these questions can be managed by you from this one. Now we will go into further um, materials. And I think tomorrow we will be doing budget. All of you, please go through budget. I think I have given you here. What is that? Budget key features. Kindly go through these key features. I will ask questions in the class. I will ask questions in the class. So please go through the budget fully. If you can go through descriptive budget also, nice. Apart from this, economic survey, is this is the present? Is this current one or current one only? Correct. Yeah. So please, इतना बड़ा पेजेस है, पूरा तो पढ़ने नहीं सकते हैं. सो इधर से जो कुछ आपको इम्पोर्टेंट लगता है उसको पढ़ लीजिए. फॉर एग्जाम्पल बैंकिंग सेक्टर को पढ़ लीजिए. प्लीज रीड इन बैंकिंग सेक्टर. देन नॉन बैंकिंग financial companies recover. Then IFSC gift city. Please note down, all of you. I think what is this page number, na? This is page number. Please note down question page number 85, 88, 89, 91, then 106, 109, 113.
Sir, can you show us the screen, sir?
Yeah, अच्छा, I'm sorry. भूल गया मैं. This is the screen, yeah. $246 to 246. This is regarding MSP, minimum support price, something like that. Then 270 to 91. Then page number 360, developments in digital infrastructure. So up to that, if you read at least these things, and apart from whatever comes to your mind, you can go through. And if there is any economic survey highlights anybody has got, you please share it in our group so that others can also read that one. Okay. Now only assignment for tomorrow, budget questions, then economic survey questions. You will read and come, and along with that, you please go through this 2023 state chief ministers and governors also. I think I have tried to change it. If there are any changes, please tell me so that I can correct it. It's only in Word. Please go through that and prepare and come. Tomorrow it will be a session of question answers only. When you come, I will ask each person 4 or 5 questions. Let us see how you are able to answer them. That's what the assignment is about for tomorrow. Any questions, please? Thank you. And today also one new boy, Soham Nag has joined. He is English graduate.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Soham Nag,
Hello,
आपको
sir.
question. Yeah, please tell me. Sudhanshu,
Hello,
tell me.
sir.
Yeah,
Sir,
please.
this is also my first class.
Sudhanshu Kumar, you are the first. You are attending for the first time. From which state are you
Yes, sir.
coming? कहाँ से आ रहे?
Sir, I am from Bihar. I am from
Bihar.
Bihar.
What
Yes,
have
sir.
you studied?
Sir, I am currently pursuing my MTech from MNIT Allahabad.
Acha, you are appearing for Federal Bank interview?
Yes, sir. The federal bank comes in our campus campus recruitment in our college.
अच्छा,
And
आपने
after
GD
24 there.
GD clear कर दिया? Group
Yes, sir.
discussion. Group discussion clear कर
Yes,
दिया?
sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
When
Yes,
was
sir.
it?
Yes, sir. Yesterday I talked. Sir, it is on 18th, sir.
Very good. Excellent.
18th March.
What was the topic given to you?
The topic was you are a HR manager and you have two candidates. One have having 15 years experience, and the other one is your friend and having good marketing skills and graduate from top IIM institutes. Which one you select?
What did you say?
Sir, I supported the experienced person, Mr. A, and I told him that experienced person has already marketing skills and they have more experience, and what I taught in academic is very different in the real life that happens in the real life. And hello sir.
बोलिए.
And and I said that again, experienced persons all keep value in add some value in our bank, like he has experience and he can add he can give more, he can manage the customers more efficient way than the freshers one.
How did they
Like that I
conduct?
said that.
How did they conduct the GD? Everybody was asked to talk
Sir,
for 1 minute. Thereafter, it was
yes
thrown.
sir. First they have given 2 minutes for everyone to introduce yourself and provide some point, your opinion, and after that, after first round, they throw out the open discussion. And at last, one candidate should conclude.
One candidate should conclude the facilitator selected or you yourself
Facilitator selected, sir.
Facilitator selected.
The guy who is not said anything at last.
उनको बोला है. Very good. Very good. Very good. So, how confident are you in speaking in English? You are struggling hard. Why? आप इतना स्ट्रगल होने से फेडरल बैंक में सिलेक्शन होना मुश्किल है. फेडरल बैंक में सिलेक्शन होने के लिए what is most important is your willingness to speak in English without any inhibitions. बिल्कुल फटाफट आंसर देना है. अब what is your father?
Sir, my father is farmer.
अच्छा, what are the crops grown by him?
Sir, wheat and maize and rice.
Right. What are the problems faced by farmers nowadays?
That cost of fertilizer and the irrigation system there, and what is and sir, petrol and diesel, price of petrol and diesel in farming.
No. Look, you are struggling very much. This is how the questions will go. ये सबको आपको आंसर देना है. Have I shared the materials to you?
Sir, yes, sir, you have shared the material.
आप
But sir, the
download कर
material is
आप download
yeah,
कर
I
दीजिए.
downloaded that, sir.
Yeah, and from
Sir,
there,
I downloaded that and
yeah, tell me. And from there,
but
you
sir, they are
a lot of materials are there. I know. That's what you are going to tell
yes,
me.
sir, yes, sir, I
Sir,
was saying that.
so much
Yes, sir.
material is there. What should I do? You don't have to do anything. First, go through the questions asked in the interview. There is a file. Did you see that file?
Yes, sir.
Huh? File
Yes, sir,
देखा
yes,
नहीं नहीं देखा. Did you see
yes, sir,
that
yes,
file?
sir. I
Yeah.
have seen that.
How many pages are there in that?
Yes, sir.
How many pages?
Sir, there are 176, sir, approx.
Not 176. More than 100 pages are there. More than 100 pages are there.
Yes.
So you must go through that questions. Based on the questions, you prepare answers. Number 2, go through general banking, go through newspaper right from today, then go through static GK regarding Bihar, regarding country as a whole, then get to know the name of chief ministers, governors of various states, then be ready for answering questions. Why do you want to jump from M.Tech to banking? ऐसा मपी क्वेश्चंस पूछेगा. ये सबको तैयार हो जाइए. आपको किस तारीख इंटरव्यू बोला है? Hello.
Sir, the interview date is not decided yet.
Acha. So no,
Yes,
before
sir, interview date is not decided yet, sir.
Acha, how much have you paid? 315, 305 or 405?
405, sir.
405. Then you are eligible for 2 interviews. So what you do, you you tell me after reading some papers and also watching videos. Minimum 10-15 videos you must watch. Listen to them. Check the questions, how they are answering, what corrections am I making. You must note and then come to me 1 week before interview date. Then 2-3 days before interview date, once again you come. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
The only problem for you is communication in English, which is very
Yes, sir.
60.
That is my problem, sir.
This is 60%. I will give you only 60 marks out of 100 for communication in English. But आप थोड़ा prepare करने से आप जरूर win कर सकते हैं. आप एक बात मन में रख लीजिए, इधर में आपको कंपटीशन बहुत कम है. जब आप बाहर आएंगे like these boys, you have to compete with lakhs and lakhs of people. समझ गया?
Yes, sir.
Sebastian, I mean, are you able to follow me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Anybody else has joined today only for our class?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm Pranay, sir. I have joined today. Yesterday, I subscribed your course, sir.
Very good. Well, you are from which state?
I'm from Bihar, sir.
You are also from Bihar. Very good. What is
Yes,
the
sir.
degree you are doing? What is the degree?
I have done electrical engineering, sir. B.Tech. Sir.
You are going for clerical post or
SBI PO, sir. I have
you are
yes,
appearing
sir.
for SBI PO. Very good, very good.
Yes,
No
sir.
problem. I think you seem to be, you are slightly more confident than that other boy. When did you complete your degree?
Sir, I completed in 2015, sir. 2015. And
That
since
is
then,
why.
I have been, yes, sir. And since then, I have been preparing for this government jobs and all. And this is the question which it is haunting me, sir. How do I justify the gap years in my interview?
Arey Baba, 8 years gap.
Yes, sir.
What were you doing all these years?
Sir, actually, earlier years in after graduation, I was not serious and sincerely preparing for these competitive exams. Later on, I became serious.
Then why
Yes.
don't tell this in the real interview?
Okay,
Yeah,
sir.
tell me. Yeah.
Yes,
tell
sir.
me.
So yes, sir. I was not sincerely preparing for these exams, and later on, when I became sincere, then it took me like 2-3 years. Like earlier, I used to qualify pre, but I was out in mains, and I mean, for 2-3 cycles, it happened with me, and now I have been selected for the interview for the first time.
First time.
Yes, sir.
Did you appear for IBPS interview?
No, sir. I disqualified in mains. I was unable to qualify sectional cutoff of reasoning.
But the most important thing is, since you have a big gap,
Yes,
you
sir.
must try to master banking, master current affairs, master general knowledge. Anything under the earth I'm asking, you must be able to answer that correctly.
Okay, sir. I will try my best, sir.
Can you tell me the names of renewable energies? Source of renewable energies.
Yes, sir. Sun, wind. Yes, sir. Sun, wind, water. Water.
But you are an
Wind.
electrical engineering graduate. You should not tell me sun. You should tell me solar.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Solar energy, wind energy.
ऐसा मत भी बोलना है. It doesn't matter. So आपको प्रिपरेशन अच्छा होना है. You are from बिहार. बिहार का गवर्नर का नाम क्या है?
Bihar governor, sir. Name is Rajendra Vishwanath Aryakar. Sir, it is displaying in your screen, sir. Sorry, sir.
स्क्रीन में है. अच्छा.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you are lucky. That is why you are
Thank
lucky. Then I will ask, that is not displayed here. Tell me the governor of Tamil Nadu.
Tamil Nadu. Arif Muhammad is governor of Kerala. Sir, I don't know, sir. Tamil
See,
Nadu.
if your knowledge level is like this, how do you expect us to take you? आप बिल्कुल like a fire होना है. समझे?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
इतना अलर्ट होना है, इतना बढ़िया नॉलेज रख के, कॉन्फिडेंस रख के बात करना है. So I'm sorry. If you ask me many questions, I don't know. But for me, it is okay. I'm old man. But as a young man, आपको बिल्कुल बढ़िया होना है, prepare करना है. You know you are going for interview. Why don't you
Yes.
update your all these things? And if you want to update all these things only on the last day, finished. There is no time.
Sir, one thing I would like to ask here, that if suppose I am from Bihar, so I would have to remember all other states CM and governor name.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Why
Okay.
why only states of India? They can also ask you about Prime Minister of Pakistan, Prime Minister of Britain, Afghanistan में कौन है, म्यांमार में कौन है, साउथ कोरिया में क्या चलता है, सब कुछ पूछ सकते हैं.
Okay, sir.
ये तो no. But of course it depends on luck. Interview is 60% luck, 40% merit.
Okay, sir.
Now let me see whether you are lucky. I'm going to ask a question, whether you are answering it properly. Please tell me the names of deputy governors of Reserve Bank of India.
Deputy governor, sir. One is MK Jain. Second one is T Ravi Shankar. Third one is Rajeshwar Rao something. Sir, three. I can recollect three, sir.
How will I select you? Why should I select you? बोलो. हम तो चार नाम पूछा है, वो चार नाम भी नहीं बताने से कैसे आपको प्रेफरेंस देगा? And
Okay, sir.
this is at a stage because you are a 2015 graduate.
Yes, sir.
If you are 2022 graduate, हम तो उतना worry करेगा नहीं, because you are young, more alert, energetic. लेकिन अभी इस उम्र में तो 29 ईयर में आपको थोड़ा एक्स्ट्रा नॉलेज चाहिए.
Okay, sir.
What is the say what is 42 square?
42 square, 1764.
Rajan, correct? Rajan?
Yes,
What
sir.
did correct?
Yes, sir.
Oh, very good. Excellent. Thank you. So you will get 70 marks out of 100.
Okay, sir.
That boy, only 70 out of 100. But this is not sufficient for selection. In SBI PO, they are willing to give you 30 out of 30 for interview. There are two candidates with me who have scored 30 out of 30. But they will be more amenable. फटाफट बोलेगा सब क्वेश्चन. ठीक है?
Okay, sir.
आप ऐसा प्रिपेयर कर दीजिए, ऐसा मापी बिल्कुल Acha, can you name the 3 foreign banks that were liquidated recently in America?
One is Silicon Valley Bank. Second one is Silverware.
Silver,
Third
what?
is Silvergate.
Silvergate.
Silvergate,
Then,
sir.
second,
Silicon Valley.
hmm, third.
Third one I'm not able to recollect right now, sir.
See, देखो 70 marks
Yes.
out of 100.
Yes,
But
sir.
क्यों? Very simple thing. I'm not asking a very tough one. I'm asking a very, very, very simple thing, and you are not able to tell me that effectively. Yeah, Isa, when I say, how will I select you by giving good marks? Tell me. Hello. So
Yes, sir. Yes,
you,
sir.
yeah, what is your father?
Sir, my father is retired from Central Bank of India. So he was assistant manager in the Central
Good.
Bank of India.
Acha, banker ka ladka. So what did you talk to him about banking? What did you learn from him? ऐसा मत बोलो
Sir,
मेरा पिताजी मेरे से बात नहीं करता है वो हमारा से गुस्सा करता है ऐसा मत बोलो something you have to learn from him ask him don't leave him alone tell him daddy please tell me what is banking में क्या करते हैं बैंकिंग में क्यों काम करते हैं क्यों काम नहीं करते हैं आप लोग ऐसा मत भी पूरा पूछना है उनसे ठीक है
okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Very good. So I'm sorry I've been asking tough questions to you,
No, sir.
but
No, sir. I'm
it
happy.
is only
Yes.
with a view to make you develop. Every day you must attend my class. Every day
Okay, sir.
you must study for. Are you appearing for some other exams in the near future?
No, no, sir.
Every day you must study for 12 hours per day.
Okay, sir.
You must read newspaper, one local newspaper, your own English, Hindi language, one English newspaper, one um, finance newspaper. I suggest Business Standard or Economic Times
Okay,
or
sir.
Business Line, whatever it is. You must read it thoroughly.
Okay, sir.
Because if you come for interview without reading that day's newspaper, then it becomes difficult for you to answer.
Okay, sir.
समझ गया?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And sir,
Um,
what things I have missed in this? I mean, course. I joined today, so what
no
things you
problem.
have told?
I will give you the links of previous videos. I
Okay,
think I
sir.
must have given you. What is your first 5 numbers
Yes.
of self? First 5 numbers of first 5
Eight
number.
seven eight
Just
seven eight nine three
just a minute. 87.
eight.
Just a minute. 87.
It's 893.
हाँ जी मिल गया अच्छा you are a very good candidate you have remembered very many um, uh, very many
Question, sir.
psychometric questions and you have
Yeah, yes, sir.
answered
I sent
so
you. Yes, sir.
this is a good sign I will increase my mark by 1 instead of
Thank
70
you, sir.
80 dega now yeah this is a good sign a boy who has been able to remember so many questions I appreciate you and
Thank you,
I
sir.
think I have given you up to 16th March, 17 March, 18 March. I think I have given you up to 18th March. So whatever happens after that, I will be posting in our Telegram page. Please join our Telegram group.
Okay, sir.
Good.
I have joined, sir. I have joined that Telegram group.
Paid group. Very good.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yes, sir. Paid group.
Sorry for troubling you more, but this
No, no,
is
sir.
to end.
No.
This is to ensure success. Sinha ji, आप
Yes, sir.
बिल्कुल प्रणय बख्शी can you
Okay.
please tell me the name of a famous person Pranay
Famous person regarding, I mean,
Pranay
mm,
Pranay the name
oh,
Pranay
there is
में
one.
there is
There is one, sir, Pranay Roy, NDTV owners.
Good.
Pranay Roy. Yes, sir.
Is he the owner of NDTV now?
No, sir. Adani purchased it
Good.
from him.
Who is Adani?
Adani is an entrepreneur, sir, and industrialist businessman
Mhm.
from Gujarat.
Why his name is appearing in the newspapers quite often?
Because a firm called Hindenburg from US has been started publishing about his share prices in this report. I mean, why his share prices are very up and what good things. I mean, why his share prices are up and why he has achieved so many things in such a small span of time.
Good, not bad. You managed very well. बिहार
Yes,
में आजकल इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिल करेक्ट आता है?
Yes, sir. At my place, it is good, sir.
नहीं पहले तो about few years back I used to hear बिहार में टेलीफोन बिल नहीं आएगा, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिल नहीं आएगा. लुल्लू प्रसाद यादव's period. It used to happen like this. Nowadays it is going correctly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now we have digital meters, that is smart meters outside our home. So it is
Achha.
good now, sir.
If you don't pay, your connection will be cut, or nobody will come and cut it.
Cut it, sir. They give us warning. Then if still you don't pay, then they will cut.
Is the discipline followed in Bihar? Red lights are being respected or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Respected. Respected.
Very good. Thank you. I am happy to know this. Who is your deputy chief minister?
Son of Lalu Prasad. I'm forgetting his name, sir. Wait.
You should not. If you know Lallu Prasad means, you'll get only 40 marks.
No, sir. His name.
Must remember fully. It doesn't matter. This is just a beginning for you to
His
have.
name is Lalu Prasad.
No, Lalu Prasad's son.
I know his
Sir,
name is Lalu.
Terasvi Yadav.
I have been making fun to say Lullu Prasad because in Tamil, this Lullu means there is one
okay.
fun word. That is why. Not that I don't know. Kabhi I will do mistakes purposely.
Intentionally.
Intentionally. Yes, anyhow, anybody else has joined today only?
Yes, sir. I joined today.
Who is that?
Hello. Sir, Ajit Tiwari.
Tiwari? Where are
Yes,
you? Where are you? Tiwari. Ajit Tiwari. Ajit Tiwari
Yes,
is
sir.
from which state? Which state?
Sir, I am from Uttar Pradesh, sir.
Acha. What is the degree you have studied? Which year you passed out?
Sir, I have done Bachelor in Technology from Electrical Engineering and I passed out in 2020. And currently I am working in Canara Bank as a clerical staff.
Very good. Excellent. That's really good. You are working in Canara Bank as a clerk from when?
Sir, from last year, 2022, June 2022.
June 2022. Good. How many people are working in your branch? Hello?
Sir, in my branch, there is only 2 staff. One is me as a clerical staff and one is our branch manager.
Bas, itna
Yes,
hi?
sir.
What is the total deposits of your
Sir, there is
branch?
a staff of 3. One is branch manager, sir, and one is me as a clerical staff, and one is a tender sub staff.
Bas. Acha.
Yes, sir.
How much is the total deposit?
Sir, deposit is around 8.5 crore. I have seen the data to date, sir. Yes, sir. It is a small branch opened in 2016 only. And
what about
our
advances?
The advances is of around 12 crore.
Which advance is more in your branch?
So basically KCC, KOD loans, agriculture loans.
What is KOD?
Sir, KOD is Kisan Overdraft. It is a type of loan given. Yes, sir.
Kisan Overdraft. Yeah, first time I am hearing. Can you explain about that?
Yes, sir. Kisan Overdraft is a type of loan given to farmers, especially farmers, And in this loan, these loans are given for the purpose of allied activities, like if a farmer is working in its like for cropping season, they have been given with the loan KCC, and additional amount they need for other allied activities like making their infrastructure, their go downs. That is they are given. That is why they are given Kisan overdraft. Yes.
What is the expansion of NABARD?
Sorry, sir.
What is the expansion of NABARD?
Sir, National Agricultural Bank for National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development.
What is the expansion of DICGC?
Sir, Deposit Insurance Corporation Guarantee Deposit Credit Insurance Guarantee Corporation.
दोनों गलत करते हैं, मिस्टेक करते हैं. नाबार्ड का नाम भी करेक्टली नहीं बोला. नेशनल बैंक फॉर एग्रीकल्चर एंड रूरल डेवलपमेंट, डिपॉजिट इंश्योरेंस क्रेडिट गारंटी कॉर्पोरेशन. थोड़ा थियोरेटिकल भी थोड़ा रिवाइज करके आ जाओ, आपको ठीक हो जाएगा. हाँ, very good. Any questions you have now to ask? You were telling me I can't attend classes regularly, correct? You are that boy?
No, sir. No, sir. I was not that one.
No. One other boy has told, I am working in a bank. I can't, boy or girl, I don't know. Told that I can't attend because every day I have to travel from my branch to my place. So 8 o'clock time mein nahi hoga, aisa bola tha. You are not that boy. Not
No, sir.
that
No.
person. Very good. So now, next, can you please tell us what are the responsibilities of a bank officer?
Okay, sir. Sir, being an officer in a bank, we have to ensure that our bank functions, our daily functions of bank, our branch happens smoothly. And as an officer is there to support all the staff of our branch. Like if a branch manager is doing their work in loan department or credit department, he has to assist the manager too. And also in the deposit section, a clerical staff is operating in the deposit section, like taking deposits and giving the amount. Then he also assists the clerical staff by authorizing the given entries of the teller. And also the functions may include the opening of accounts like saving account, CASA accounts, current accounts, and many other functions too, sir.
ऐसा नहीं बोलना है ना. Many other function बोलने के लिए तो आप इतना दूर से आके हमारे से इंटरव्यू के लिए आ रहे हैं. You have to speak out. You have to speak out clearly. You have to speak out clearly and tell me 1 minute. Just a minute. Hold on. See, this type of brief, normally you have to answer briefly, correct? But if you are going to cut short the important answer, ये तो अच्छा नहीं होगा. समझे? You have to tell about where, say, bank assurance, then mutual fund products canvassing, then also digitalization propagate करना, digitalization सबको बोलना, सब चीज को पढ़ना, पढ़ के लोग को बताना है. Likewise, so many other points like taking care of the lockers, then remittances, all these points can be told. Anyhow, we will discuss about that in another class detail. Yeah, Prashant Shah. Prashant Shah, you raised a hand for what? Yeah, Prashant Shah. Yeah, Prashant Shah, I already asked questions to you, or you raised a hand now. Any doubt, please? Prashant Shah, no doubt. Thank you. Thank you so much. Today's class has been lengthy for more than 1 hour and 20 minutes. Thank you so much. So tomorrow come ready with budget, economic survey, and I may ask anything under the sun. I may ask anything under the sun, which will be asked in bank interviews. So accordingly, prepare karke aa jao so that you will have your mock interviews separately. But here is a session where you get experience to speak in English or Hindi and develop ability to communicate properly. Communicate properly ka matlab is this: you must use keywords, important words, and speak appropriately. Again and again, I will repeat only this example. Like Rajan may be feeling bored, but still let me tell you. This is the famous example. Hanumanji returned from Sri Lanka and met Rama. And to Rama, he told, met Sita. First word he used was met Sita. He did not tell Rama, Rama, I started flying from here. I went upstairs, downstairs. I had some tea, coffee. I met Sita. No, he did not tell like that. Could you follow? So you have to use appropriate words, the key points, important points. In Tamil, we call it nettiyadi. That is, important points must be told first so that I will know, I will make an understanding that you know the topic, especially for people with 3 years gap, 4 years gap, 5 years gap, and all. You must sharpen your skills and go as a confident person with a full smile on your face. Whether you get it or not, don't worry, smile on your face. This is what I would like to tell you. Thank you so much. I enjoyed the today's session because some of you were participating very actively. I wish your participation should be still more in the days to come. And one thing, if you read, you will get doubts. If you get doubts, you can ask here. I may know the answer, may not know the answer. I will try to find out from Google or whatever it is and tell you. If I don't know, there may be other candidates who can help you out also. Thank you so much. Prashansha, Sugam, Nag, Rashmi, Rajan, Pranay, Anurag. Tiasa has not spoken today. Tiasa, Vaishnavi Singh, Sudhanshu, Shreyans, Ajit Tiwari, Abhishek. তিয়াসা, বলুন আপনি কি করেছেন আজকে আর কালকে? বলুন, what did you do yesterday, today?
স্যার আমি প্র্যাকটিস করছিলাম এমনি
আচ্ছা,
যা যা করি।
কোন সা প্র্যাকটিস করেছেন?
আমি এমনি মানে প্রিলিমিনারি এক্সামের যে মক দিয়েছি কিছু, আর এমনি ইন্টারভিউ এর জন্য কিছু কিছু যা ব্যাংকিং অ্যাওয়ারনেস পড়ছিলাম,
Very
কিছু
good.
কারেন্ট অ্যাফেয়ার্স।
গুড গুড গুড, কিছু পড়েছেন, ঠিক আছে। আপনার ফিনান্স মিনিস্টার का নাম কি আছে?
নির্মলা সীতারামন।
नहीं नहीं, हमारा वेस्ट बंगाल का फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर। ঠিক আছে,
স্যার
বেস্ট উইশেস, থ্যাংক ইউ। কাল দেখবো, টুমরো।
ওকে স্যার।